Okay, let's start by shelling this main surface of the cup. We'll use regular shelling with a thickness of about 0.05 to start with, and one of the features in Studio is that you can apply custom shelling to some faces. So if you turn on custom mode, you should be able to select a face. So I want to make the bottom face thicker, so I just select it and then I give a value of 0.1. This will give me custom values for the bottom face. With this out of the way, let's move on to the handle. Here, in order to get a rounded shape towards the back, we can easily achieve that by adding a round to this edge and maybe give a radius of about 0.4 or 0.45 inches. You can do one of those until you get a nice clean shape. Hit the green check mark to finish. And now we can add shelling to this portion too. So hit the shelling tool and select the top face, and of course it will turn red if the thickness value is too high. You want to lower it down maybe to 0.05. In order to remove this inner face, you can add that to one of the inputs. So for the shell faces, you select the shell faces in the guide bar. If you move your mouse over the edge, you will notice there are several options. So you want to select this face round because it's highlighting the inner face. So when I select that, that face will be added to the input and it will be removed. Next part is to trim the back portion of the handle off. The way we can do this is by creating a simple NURBS curve. And now I'll move this curve up by 4 and then I will place it so that I can trim this rear portion of the handle. Let's invoke the trim, select this rear portion, the curve, right click and then remove this top part. It looks nice and clean now, so we can move on to the next part, which will be to create this front lip using the lattice tool. So lattice is a new tool in Studio. You can find it under the deform tab. So lattice lets you edit the shape of any object. You can select the tool, then pick the object, and a lattice will be drawn in the view. So this is a default lattice 4x4x4. We want to increase the number of points so that we can edit only the top portion of the cup. So I'll just change this to 8x8x8. If you close, it's okay. You can double click on the lattice in the model browser to bring it up, and now you can actually select the points that you want to move, how it affects the underlying surface. For this point, I actually want to increase the points along Y to an odd number because I want one point at the symmetry axis. So here, once we're done with the setup, we can select the morph tab. In the morph tab, you're going to move the points, and in order to see what influence they have on the underlying surface, you can turn on show area of influence, and if you select a point, it will show you what it will do to the underlying surface. So let's just start by selecting the midpoint here and use one of these arrows to just pull it out. So all I have to do is get this shape, and I can go to the top view and then look at the image plane to make sure that I'm doing what I want to do. I will also add some transpose to this particular point so that it's nice and even. So I'll probably go to the front view and make sure that the fall off is neat. So here we are with the shape easily achieved using the lattice tool. The next part will be to create the handle of this cup. So if I open the image, we can just quickly run through the process. We're going to create a circle and then we'll extrude this circle. And in Studio we can add some more sections, so we'll add some sections wherever we need to edit the shapes in order to get something like this. So of course the shape on these two sides is also not planar, so we'll edit that shape too. Let's go to the top view and create the freeform circle. Hit 1 on the keyboard, and you can temporarily disable the snaps by using Alt. So I'm hitting Alt and then just creating the circle. So let's create a circle of about 1 and change the value to NURBS degree 3 and select this back face and hide it. So I'll use this in points mode to just sculpt. So with this done, I'm going to start extruding it. If we bring back the trim, go to extrude, select the circle, we'll just extrude it past the trim for the time being. So one thing you want to make sure is that it actually intersects here. So that means either moving the circle itself or just the points on the circle. We can do this by going to a different mode, or a different view rather. Hit 1, select the circle, edit it, just take these 2 points and move them. You can hold Alt so that it doesn't snap anywhere. We can double click the extrude. You can enable caps. To extrusion surface, from exact you can change it to degree 3. So the points value is the total number of sections that are available. Right now it's set to 3. Let's move it to about 5 because we need at least 3 intermediate sections. So let's go to the front view. I'm just going to grab these 2 points here, bring the move tool. I'm going to disable snaps for the time being and then just push this back a little bit. I'm going to select these 4 and pull it out. Select these 3, hold Control and then select these 3. Hit the Alt key so that we can scale it. So with this done, I think the handle looks pretty neat. The only thing left is to cut it along the shape of this underside, for which you can use face extract. So select the face extract and we will select this surface and this one to extract it. You want to make sure that you combine the selection and change the extract mode to duplicate. So what this does is it removes the association with the part, so you can easily use that for other operations. So now right click, swipe and do an intersect. For surfaces I'm going to use this. For the tool I'll just click here to bring up this pop-up menu and select surface extract, say keep back or keep front. We have finished most of the modeling for this product. The only thing left is to add some rounds and on the inside of the cup and also on these parts, and then in the last part we'll quickly look at how to create a render of this product.